Hey, good morning everyone. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me or see me. That lens is completely... Anyway, it's the next morning here in the Cies Islands. I came here to this lighthouse trying to photograph for sunrise. As you can see, it's raining quite a lot. I am completely soaked. I'm using the waterproof case for my A6000 as I showed you yesterday in the previous video, and it's been great so far. But the video camera, I don't have a waterproof case for it. I'm just using a plastic bag. I'm gonna try to take a photo to show you. There you go. I should be using the waterproof case with the 6500. After all, it's the more expensive camera, but the Sigma 60mm, that is the lens I'm using to record the videos, doesn't fit here in these tubes that this case has. So I've been using the Sigma 30mm lens here because it's the only one that fits in here other than the zoom lens, the 16-70, and it's very hard to zoom in and out when you have these tubes on. It's a beautiful morning. The atmosphere is beautiful. The rain doesn't bother me as much. The problem is the wind is very, very windy. So I better forget about making any long exposures or anything like that today. I'm just gonna stick around here for a little bit longer. I am somehow protected from the rain here under these trees. I don't know if I showed it to you, but it's a beautiful setting here. Okay, I've decided to make a risky move here, that is to change the lens and use the 56. I really want to use that lens. I remember that the 56mm should be weather sealed, so it should be just fine in this rain. The problem is not so much the lens itself, but the moment of changing them. And it's not very easy with the case on. There you go. All right, then I'll be right back. It is time to regroup. I'm completely soaked. My cameras are soaked. My backpack is soaked. So hopefully everything works, including me. I'd be surprised if I don't get sick after this weekend, but I hope it's worth it. I'm back at the tent. It got very nasty out there. I hope I could communicate that with the photos and with the videos, but sometimes it's hard. The rain is not the biggest problem for me. It's the wind. It's very windy, and it's supposed to get even windier. So not ideal conditions to shoot out there, but I thought the atmosphere was kind of cool. I don't know what to expect about the images I made this morning. Sometimes I couldn't even see anything through the viewfinder. The cameras seem to be fine and dry enough. My biggest concern now is the condensation and myself, because my raincoat is not very waterproof and my shirt is completely wet and soaked, as are my pants. So I'm gonna change really quick. I'm gonna go to the cafeteria and have a coffee and some breakfast. It's now a few hours later. I've spent most of the day in the tent because it hasn't stopped raining until now. Hopefully it doesn't rain again, or not as much, because everything I have, everything that I've brought with me is completely wet, including my backpack. My raincoat failed on me. It was supposed to be waterproof, but it's not. The tent is soaked, even a little bit inside. So I only have a few clothes left that are dry. I'm wearing I have with me two of the jackets or sweaters that are dry. My pants right now are completely wet, so it feels a little bit cold, but I only have another pair that is dry that I want to save for later, just in case I get wet again. So yeah, it's been a complicated day here. It was very windy too, so I had to take care of the tent so it didn't fly away. I wanted to make sure I had a place to sleep tonight, but it looks like the weather has improved a little bit now, and I'm gonna have 3.5 to 4 hours left of today that I can use for photography. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep exploring the same side of the island, leaving for tomorrow if I don't fall sick. That's it, the other side of the island. As you can see, this place is beautiful. This weather also helps with the crowds. There are a few people, but not that many. So yeah, hopefully I can make a few good images this evening. So the weather has been very cruel with me. This morning it made me very wet, but it didn't give me that fog, that atmosphere I was hoping for. A little bit, but not as much as I would have loved to. And when I left the tent just a few minutes ago, I got that fog. That island was covered in fog. That lighthouse was hidden behind the fog. So it was beautiful, but it cleared out in within 5 minutes. I didn't have time to do much. I took a few shots of that lighthouse and the island, but I don't know if any are gonna work. It kind of sucks that I went through the pain of fighting the rain the whole day, and it didn't really pay off, or not as much as I would have loved to. But I've learned a few lessons for the future, because I protected my cameras pretty well this time. They were pretty dry for the most part, but I was soaked. So I have to focus a little bit more on myself for next time, because I could have been out there making more images. My cameras would have been fine. It was me who was completely wet because my raincoat was not adequate and my pants were not the right ones either. I really can't believe that this is gonna be a sunny evening. Today is gonna end where it all started. This morning I am taking long exposures. As you can see, I don't know if they are gonna work. It's gonna be hard because it's very windy, but I'm using the wide angle lens, so maybe if there is any camera shake, it's gonna be less apparent. To me, this one right here is the shot, is the best image I've found so far on this island, and I think that the best image I've made so far from this spot was the one from this morning. I don't know if this one is gonna top that one. Alright, so this is gonna do it for today. I kind of like the shots, at least on the screen of the camera. We'll see if looking at them on the computer the flaws are not more apparent than here on the screen. It's been a very long day here in the Cies Islands. I had a lot of rain this morning, then I had sunny weather. Now it's super windy and freezing. So yeah, I still have half an hour walk back to the campground. It's gonna get dark pretty soon. I just can't wait for dinner. Tomorrow will be yet another day here. I'm gonna be exploring some other parts of these two islands that I haven't been to just yet. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm taking the boat back to the mainland, but that's at 7 p.m. so I'll have plenty of time here to photograph and to make more images. Hope to see you there. For now, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.